Okay guys, today we're going to be making a cheesy hash brown casserole. So it doesn't require a lot of ingredients. So we're going to start with these are frozen shredded hash browns. You can use the diced hash browns if you like. You can use any brand you like. And if you choose, you can use freshly cut potatoes. You can use that as well. So what I have here is I've already sprayed my pan down with vegetable oil or whatever cooking spray you like. You want to make sure that you go ahead and heat up your oven to 350 degrees. And what I have here is I allowed my potatoes to get to pretty much to room temperature. I wanted them to thaw out as much as I possibly could so that the ingredients could mix nicely. Okay, so what I have, guys, is I have some cheese. Now this is Fiesta blend, but if you have cheddar cheese, mild, sharp, whatever cheese shredded that you want to use, certainly use what you have. Okay, now I would say though, if you go for a blend, make sure that you don't get the taco cheese, because that cheese tends to have taco seasoning in it. Okay, so what I have here is I've got some salt and pepper, so I'm going to throw that in. As always, I'm going to make sure that I link the amounts in the description box and also on the screen. So you want to just make sure that you're stirring this up very well. Okay, now we're going to put this out of the way for a moment. We've got onion, so we are going to take and we're going to dice this onion. Okay, now if you like smaller pieces or if you like larger pieces, it's up to you how much onion that you use or what size onion that you use. Okay, I don't like super large pieces, but I don't like super tiny pieces either. And make sure you're careful with your knife. Now if you want to save some time, you can buy the hash browns that come with the onions already diced in it. It's up to you. Okay, now we're going to introduce the hash browns back in, and we are going to just dump the onions in. Okay, okay, so mix it in well. And that's why I said that you want to think about thawing out the potatoes, and that way it mixes it mixes evenly. Okay, now we're going to throw in our cheese. We're going to mix in our melted butter or margarine, just whichever one you choose is up to you. Another reason that you want to think about thawing this out, because you want to mix that butter in, and if it's frozen, then the butter is just going to freeze on contact. Now, I've got cream of celery. Typically, I use cream of chicken, but I don't have any cream of chicken. You know, I always say use what you have. So we're going to be using cream of celery today. I would prefer it to be cream of chicken, but this is going to turn out nicely, so it's not really a big deal. Okay? And I'm making a half of a recipe, so we're not going to use the entire can, okay? We're only going to use about half of that, okay? And just reserve the rest of it for another recipe. You don't have to throw it out because you're not using it, okay? You want to conserve as much as you can with the economy looking the way it looks, okay? I like to be mindful of those kinds of things with you guys as well. Believe it or not, we are almost done with the mixing. Okay, the next thing I have is, I've got some buttermilk. We're going to throw that in. I've got some cream cheese. Make sure you soften the cream cheese before you stick it in. Now with the cream cheese, you want to make sure that you're kind of cutting it in. Make sure you're mixing this well, guys. You're going to bring in your prepared pan and dump it in. You just want to top with a little bit of cheese. This is optional. It just looks really nice. Last thing, again optional, paprika. Again for color. And the last thing I have is some green onion. Now I store my green onion in here. You'll find that it lasts a really long time if you do that. And this again is optional. Anybody else store their green onion this way? If you do, comment down below. I mean, it lasts for months, guys, in there. Okay, so we're gonna stick this in the oven for about 45 minutes or until the top is brown. It just really depends on your oven. Okay, and I'll come back, we'll do a taste test, and I'll show you the final result. So this is our beautiful Hashbrown casserole, fresh out of the oven. So we are going to give it a try and see what we think. Okay, hopefully you can see the steam coming off of that bad boy. It's hot, fresh out of the oven. It smells amazing. Pretty too. Oh, that's pretty awesome, guys. It's like a mukbang. Guys, you can have this for breakfast, you can have it for brunch, you can have it for dinner. Maybe with some fried pork chops or baked stuffed pork chops and whatever else you want to eat it with. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. and I'll see you in my next recipe video.